How's it going, guys? I'm here today to talk to you guys about the top 5 ways to make money fast as a teenager under 18 years old. Now, in all these methods, I have first-hand experience within, so I can tell you the pros and cons of each one and tell you how it can help you out. And don't worry if you're an introvert or an extrovert, because it won't matter which one you are, because you can do one of these, whichever one you are. Now, let's get right into it. Number 5 on the list is Survey Junkie. It is open to users above 14 years old, and you can cash out when you're above the age of 16. It is an online survey company that has been around since 2013, and many companies conduct research on this to help with product development and to help them do research. In Survey Junkie, they have a point system. Every 100 points is equal to $1. That means if you have 250 points, that means you have $2.50. Now, some pros. It has very easy to use interface. All you gotta do is sign up, fill out a survey based for your interest, and it will send surveys to fill out. They also offer a sign-up incentive. It is also completely safe because it has SSL certification, which means the website's fully verified and authenticated. Now for some cons. Some of the problems that you may have with SurveyJunkie is that the process can be tedious. It may take a number of hours to get to the threshold to cash out, which is why it is number 5 on the list. Another problem it has is the higher paying surveys require a large amount of time, which means it's very rare for there to be a high-paying survey that does not take a lot of time. You either will get a low-paying survey that takes a low amount of time, or a higher-paying one that takes a higher amount of time. My experience with this is that SurveyJunkie was the first platform I went to earn money when I was young. When I was 14 years old, I signed up for it and I did 2 or 3 surveys a day after school, and I did it for about 2 years until I turned 16 and I cashed out. I earned around $60, and at that time there was a lot of money for me because I had no other sources of income. Number 4 on the list is selling things you own. You can sell things you own on places such as eBay, Poshmark, Mercari. To sell on eBay and Mercari, you have to be at least 18 years old, and Poshmark, you have to be at least 16. You can download the app and use them, but you can't actually cash out until you're that certain age. Now some pros about it. You can control the prices, and along with that, it doesn't take much time out of your day to list items. You can take 5 minutes out of your day to list an item, then it just sits there until a buyer wants to buy the item. Another way you can do this is if you host a garage sale. Send out flyers in your neighborhood or wherever you're living. Sell things from your garage. Now, the benefit of this is that you're more likely to make a sale as they are here in person. I'm currently continuing to do this as I'm currently selling on eBay and Mercari. It's been very beneficial to me as I've sold around 20-ish items, giving me around $250 in profit. Number 3 on the list is YouTube. You have to be at least 13 years old to sign up and make content on there. All you gotta do is find a niche you enjoy talking about or something you just want to talk about and just make some videos and make some content. A big pro with this is that it has very big income potential. There's many people out there that purely live off YouTube because it generates them enough income to survive. It also helps your interpersonal skills and communication skills, as the whole purpose of YouTube is you talking to a camera and expressing yourself. You also gain knowledge on multiple things, such as copyright laws and how to create a thumbnail. And these can all be beneficial to you later on in your career, whichever path you're taking. Some downfalls of this is it may take some time for you to actually get paid and monetized. As of this time of recording, I think you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and I think 5,000 hours of watch hours to get actually monetized and get paid for the videos you make. When you're starting off, don't buy any equipment. Just make a makeshift tripod and maybe buy a microphone that you can help the audio quality with, like I did. Like I'm using these ones. I'll list my product right here. And yeah, do that until you actually get monetized. Then you can upgrade your equipment and scale up. I would recommend to get started as early as you can, as it may take some time for you to actually get monetized and make money off of it. Number 2 on the list is tutoring. The reason for this is because there's always a big demand for tutors, as people are always learning and people have different ways to learn. Find a subject you know a lot of and put out some flyers around your local community saying that you can tutor this subject or that subject and your contact information. After you've got that done, it's only a matter of how many hours you want to work with them and how much you want to charge for your expertise. A big advantage of this is that there's a high demand, which means you're likely to actually get a phone call because everyone wants to learn more things. There's also no limit to what you can teach, and since there are so many private tutors out there, parents may want to reach out to their local community for a cheaper alternative. Some downsides of this is that you have to be very patient when tutoring because some kids, they are kids after all. so it may be hard for them to actually learn the material. And some kids, they just won't ever learn. I personally tutored a family friend's son who was in 8th grade, and I taught him in the summer of 2019 or 2020, I don't remember. But I taught him for 5 days a week on all the weekdays for in the afternoon for about 1 hour, and at the Friday at the end of the week I got paid $100. And I did that for 3 months, which would mean I made a total of a bit over a grand. But one thing you should know is that knowing something and teaching something are two different things, as I learned myself. Number one on the list is starting a small business, whether that's you making baked goods or arts and crafts and you selling them to friends and family. It can be whatever. If you want to sell it at a public park, make sure you get a license or a vendor's permit. If you want to sell lemonade at a local park, you would have to get a vendor's permit because it is not allowed in multiple states, including my own state. So make sure you know the laws of your own community, and make sure you talk to someone who knows about the community, and make sure it is okay and legal for you to sell it over there. There are many benefits of owning your own business, such as you are your own boss, meaning that you get to make your decisions and you get to make the important ones. And I personally think the biggest benefit is that you get to learn the basic fundamentals of starting and running a business, which will, if you want to go into business in the future like I am, it will benefit greatly as you can use those skills in the future in your career plan. A con with this is that it is a very big responsibility. After all, you're running a business yourself and you are making the important decisions. So that means if you make a mistake, it is ultimately your fault. So make sure you are self-motivated so you can keep the business running, because if you're not self-motivated, the business will not work. I remember the time when I made cookies back in 8th grade and I sold it to a bunch of my family friends, and most of them bought it because I already had a relationship with them. I think I made around $60-ish from the cookies and muffins that me and my mom made. And if you stayed all the way at the end, this is the bonus. The bonus is freelancing. Fiverr is an online marketplace for freelancers to sell a service. It is open to users above the ages of 13, and you can sell any service you want, such as 3D art, or writing music, or editing videos, whatever it may be. If it is a service you can provide, you are likely to find it on Fiverr. A big advantage to this is that you can develop your skills while working and making money, as a customer may come to you who wants a certain thing. For example, say you're a 3D designer or a digital art maker, and a customer comes to you with a type of art that you're not entirely used to or comfortable with. Taking on that challenge will end up developing your skill and helping balance out your skill set so you are more comfortable with it in the future. A negative I have with this is that they do take a high commission. They do take a 20% commission off the service fee, which is normal, as most online platforms where you sell service or sell something, they will take a commission out of it. It is also not consistent money, as you are freelancing after all, so it's not a stable job. A disclaimer I have is I do not personally have experience with using Fiverr. This is why it was not on the list, but made it as an honorable mention. But I have heard many success stories of my friends and who continue to do this and sell their service, and they find great success of doing so, which is why I'm sharing it with y'all. And that concludes the list. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe and hit the like button, and I'll be sure to see y'all next time, hopefully with another video.